Mystic Readathon sprints. We have a full day planned for sprinting. We'll be here for 4 hours, but then I have a redirect transferring you all over to Rainy's sprint. I believe she's going to go for another 4 or 5 hours. So if you're here from the beginning, don't worry. We'll get your books done. It's going to be great. Let us know in the comments what you're up to. If you are here for Mystic Readathon, what team are you on? If you're not, let us know what other readathons you might be participating in or what you're reading, because everyone is welcome. Also, I have someone who's been here before, Vanessa, but I also have a new person. I'm going to let them both introduce themselves. But for now, I'll let you guys know that I'm reading Z Word. I'm very excited. I probably will finish it on these sprints, actually, which is very exciting. But let me let my other guest take it away. So have a Margaret. And I think, Margaret, that you are reading A Dowry of Blood.
I am.
Yes!
Neva has more faith in me than is probably actually applicable. So I don't know how much reading I will get done during these sprints, but I will be being productive.
We believe in you. It's going to be fine. But anyways, yes. So let me take it on to Paco. Please introduce yourself and let us know what you're reading.
I'm Paco from Bad Witch Books, captain of Team Witch. So go Team Witches. I'll be reading Mistress of Lies, and it's like a vampire queer poly book. So I'm excited to get into it.
Woohoo! Sounds good. Margaret. Well, you've also been here before, but let us know what you told us you're reading Dowry of Blood. Just, you can repeat yourself. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm currently reading A Dowry of Blood. I'm like 20 minutes in. I've already sent Brittany one message going, WTF, in the best way possible.
like respectfully, WTF.
And I'm liking it so far, and I'm working on some channel admin stuff.
Woohoo, sounds good. Also, if anyone wasn't aware, we had some special announcements that went down this weekend. Not only TBR Harvest, but also Fablen. So be sure to check it out. I might have to ask some of our admins or our mods if they can include the links to those if anyone's interested. It's going to be a good time. Cool. And Vanessa, what are you up to?
I don't know if I'm a mod on your channel. Never mind.
You should be. If not, I need to correct that. But yeah, we'll have to double check that.
I'm Vanessa.
I'll try. That's what I'll do is I'll try.
Also Team Human. So Team Human representing today. I'm obviously reading The North Wind, and this is a book inspired by Beauty and the Beast and the myth of Hades and Persephone.
Ooh.
So it's a lover's fantasy romance. I'm very excited. And I see Rainy's here. I think Rainy would possibly like this book.
Interesting. I was going to say, there's a lot of buzzwords. Like you said, like Beauty and Beast. You said Hades and Persephone. Mm-hmm. Like I could see a lot of people like being very interested in that. So awesome. Also, I am so finicky with all of this that I am changing the overlay to give. There we go. We're going to see more of Margaret. I was like, I'm going to change that just a little bit. But we have a lot of people here, which is very exciting. Christina's here. Hello, Christina. Reminding us to hydrate. We appreciate it. Yes. Oh, look at this model down here showing how it's done. Love it. Oh, and we also have someone here. We all know how to drink. Woohoo! Yay. Hello, Glenda. Woohoo, saying hello to everyone. Also, Adventures is here. Lynn's is here. We've got Steph eating lunch. Sounds good. Be sure to nourish your body. Hoping to get back to The Coven. Ooh, is that the graphic novel, Steph? Let me know. It might not be, but I read the graphic novel.
The Red Tower book. I think that's what it might be.
Okay. The graphic novel is good too, by the way, friends. Hello, Danny. How are you? I think Danny has a big, like not necessarily her, but Battle of the Booktuber round 3 starts today. So all of her competitors who are doing this round are posting their vlogs today, which is very exciting. I think it's going to be a close one. Oh no, Brandy's home with COVID, getting some reading done, but also with naps. I'm sure like you need to allow your body to recover. I'm sorry to hear that. Starting Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, aiming for about 100 pages today. Awesome. Rainy, yes, we knew you were in the comments. Another person who's a co-host. On my planning period, listening to Zodiac Academy 3. Woo. That's a chunky series. Thanks, Abs. I appreciate it. I finally was like, I should switch things up, change I feel like I'm kind of a different vibe compared to what my other one was. So I like it better too. Hello, Alicia. Reading It Ends With Us, but we'll have to get my little ones from school soon. Is that the one that the movie just came out for?
Yes.
Okay. Alicia, is that why? Is that why you were inspired? Let us know. Or maybe it's a reread. Hello, Una. Yes. So the Z Word, I am really enjoying it so far. Like I'm about halfway. And also remind me if it's Oana or Una, because I want to make sure I'm getting it right. You found it fun, but also very emotional. Yes, I think that's what I was surprised by. I thought this was going to be like a campy, like zombie book that has like the best, like variety of queer representation, and it is, but you can see that the characters are going through the ringer. Like the one character is really dealing with her like life, going through depression and things, but I'm really loving it. So saying hello to all of the people on screen. Yay. Hello, Tia, working and listening to Sky Full of Elephants by Sado Campbell. Oh my god, I've never heard of that, but that sounds like a great title. Going to make the largest assumption that it isn't a vampire book, although it has the title of one. Oh yeah, Simon and the Homo sapiens agenda. What? You think that has vampires in it? Or are you talking to someone else? Maybe I am missing which title you're talking about. I hope you love Dowry. It's so good. Yeah, I thought it was quite interesting. I definitely understand like the inspiration of like the gothic tone.
Definitely grabs you like right from the beginning.
There's a new.
Yeah,
I was gonna say there's a new one. Oh, please, Paco. Sorry, I'm interrupting you today.
No, I haven't read Dowry, but I did read the new one, Education and Malice, this year, and I really liked it. It was my first 5-star, I think, of the year. So, and it's a Camilla retelling, but dark academia.
Okay.
Isn't there's like a new book coming out? Is it called Lucy Undying? Yeah, that's what it is. A Dracula novel by Kirsten White. That one's coming out. So I think we're seeing a trend of Dracula retellings. Not that a Dowry is new, but
yeah, I think it's just vampires. We're kind of getting back in a vampire renaissance.
Yeah,
I'm loving
it. They're coming back.
Yeah, well, I think it was whose friends were we on? Maybe Brittany's, and I didn't realize that Serpents in the Wings of Night had vampires in it. I was like, what? I was like, I thought that was just more fairies.
I'm in a huge mood to read that series right now, and I might read it this weekend.
Ooh, well,
both that one and I think Daughter of No World involve vampires in some way. If I remember correctly.
The cover, that makes sense. It's very red. Blood, vampires are into that kind of thing. I'll be reading We Came to Welcome You by Vincent Torrado and Your Team Wolves. Very nice. Need to go watch Battle of the Booktuber. Yeah, I don't think it starts yet. Oh, thanks, Danny. I appreciate it. And we have Fablen. Ha ha ha! You are a mod. Phew, I was going to say. It would be a travesty. Have that book on my TBR. Everyone's flooding the chat with the links. Thank you so much. Oh, dark fantasy romance.
Yeah, the Red Tower book, I think.
Okay, that makes sense. Hello, Nell, the mystic woman herself. Welcome to the chat. What zodiac are you on, Vanessa?
I am on number 3, so the same one as you.
Ooh, impromptu buddy read unintentionally. Go Team Werewolves. Glenda's representing the werewolves. No, I actually have no desire to see the movie. I'm just reading all Colleen Hoover books. Oh wait, that's right, your author challenge. So that is so crazy. So Alicia has, correct me if I'm wrong, Alicia, but you have like a jar and you go through the authors, you pick one, and then I think you must just be doing it for the month because you've been reading Colleen Hoover for quite some time. At least all of September. Whoop Boss just teams me to say she's coming over to my desk. Okay, bye.
Go now, run.
Good luck. Okay, so Una, great. Rhymes with Luna and Muna. Okay, perfect. I was like, I think it's Una, but it could always be something else. No Dowry or blood.
Retelling. So there are definitely vampires.
having coffee, and got just 4 chapters left of The Mermaid of Black Conch. Ooh, mermaids are also kind of having a comeback, I think. Take all the vampire books.
I'm so happy with this vampire renaissance, though. I'm loving it.
I know. I feel like it was good to have a break, good to, give people time to kind of, reestablish, develop it, maybe introduce new things, and then we can come back and appreciate it rather than doing the same old stuff. I know what I'm getting into with Simon. I mean, Margaret's book, but yeah, that makes sense. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Fairies, Leander serpents, wings. Wings. What?
But you got to look at the whole phrase. The wings of night.
Dark fairies. I thought they were night fairies. I don't know.
I figured there was some re-sand up in this bitch.
Yeah, I was like, I literally was like, I associate that with like Court of Thorns and Roses, like all of those things. I'm like, because I was thinking we were in our fairy renaissance. You both. You know what? And I thought I was so proud of myself for finally knowing who Carissa Broadbent was. And then when I discovered that Serpents in the Wings of Night had vampires, I was like, Rainey's gonna scold me again. I'm learning. Hello, Kelsey. Currently reading Apples Never Fall. By Leanne Moriarty. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on that. And also, Kelsey is sprinting at 6 p.m. too. So if you guys want to sprint hop, you can. Leander, the vlogs for Battle, they're live. It must have been maybe noon or 1 o'clock. So we're going to have to go watch those. And I said I was going to read the Z word.
I know Danny put up a little poll, I think, on her community tab about which do you think's going to win, or who do you think's going to win? And I was like, I don't know. I have multiple friends on here that I want to vote for.
Yeah, there's who do I think's gonna win, and then who am I gonna set my alliance with? So yeah, I'm excited. I think they're gonna be a good group. Getting some content planning done sounds awesome. Hopping on to stay focused. Yes, Amy, I believe in you. Hoping to start The Hollywood Assistant by May Cobb. Oh my gosh, honestly, I remember I ended up borrowing it from the library during Amazing Readathon because I was hoping, I think it's funny, I'm like, let me show them the cover, and I have it here. Duh. And I never got to it. And then you know what? Brittany from Rescues and Reads, who's also doing a readathon right now, Slayer Fest, she ended up sending this to me, book mail, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. So now I can, I could take my time, decide when I was going to read it, and I am finding it very fun. It's been great. So yeah. Yes, have a jar of authors. Actually started in August. Okay, almost done with Coho. So choosing next author. That's so awesome. Yeah, so hope to read. Sounds good, Matt. Hope you have a good one. Here's your scolding. I was going to say, I was like, Rainy, as soon as you find out you're with me, Abs, thought it was Faye. I know. I was like, I don't know. Just maybe fairies riding snakes. I don't know. Serpent in the Wings of Night tells me nothing my brain processes it as, ACOTAR inspired random. Yeah, I was just kind of I feel like it's something around there. I'm just who will be my competitors when I get my way back into, yes, because Rainey has already started her campaign to become the wild card to vote her in. So if we all want to help her with that dream, when the time comes, we will vote her in. Didn't give the poll an out this time. With round 1, I let you guys choose. Everyone will win. Not this time. Yep. The competition is too steep. Woohoo, very exciting. If Rainey does return to the chaos, that is going to be really tough for me. I'm going to be a wild card indeed, because Rainey and I, we are very bad at recommending books to each other. But anyways, on that note, we have reached the end. Oh, but wait, first, I want to say hi to Maggie. Got here just in time. Listening to Group Living and Other Recipes, which is an interesting choice for an audiobook. The writer chose to narrate herself. I love that, especially when they are quite, yay, so you can start there. Thanks, Christina, for Battle of the Booktubers. Yeah, I love it when the author narrates their book, depending on, what it is. But it has a bunch of recipes in it, so highly recommend. The print version, okay. The competition, it's Battle of the Booktubers. You can find the playlist on Danny's channel. So Danny Dabbles, or you can start with this link because this is one of the videos for this round. Thanks for asking, Riley. All right. So let's do an hour-long sprint. I'm hoping we'll get 3 in today. And yeah, thank you everyone on screen for being here with us and those in the comments. All right. Happy reading. Hello, welcome back. Let us know how you did. There are quite a few people who have joined us in that sprint, so we're going to say hello to them first. Danny also provided round 3's playlist for the first week, and I just started one of the vlogs, but I'm trying to juggle finishing this book during these sprints and then also watching them. And then also Pam is here. Hello, Silver Under Nightfall. Sounds like a great book. Yeah, I was gonna say Rin Chupeco, if that's how you're saying their name. Awesome. Also, we've got Courtney here. Hello, Courtney. Laura joined too. So did Sadia, Claire. Jess has woken up at the crack of dawn in New Zealand. A bit early to start physically reading. Understandable. And then you have an audio that explores communication between doctors and patients. That sounds like a really important read, actually. Ro is here too. Hello, Ro. Asking how A Dowry of Blood is. We'll get to that in a second, Ro. Don't you worry. Also, Solar's here. Hello. Gonna journal, eat some breakfast. Sounds great. And speaking of the vlogs for Battle of the Booktubers, Witchy is one of the contestants. I'm very excited to see your vlog. It's going to be fun. And then just got home from a meeting, so I'm only going to be here for about an hour. Sounds good, Louise. Always good to see you. And we have reached the start of the comments from this sprint. So now we can say how we did. I don't remember where I was, but I have a little under 100 pages to go, and the audio says I'll finish in 2 hours, meaning I'll finish in 2 sprints. So very exciting. Paco, how did you do?
I got to about the let's see how far. I got about at the speed I'm listening to 3 hours and 25 minutes left of Mr. What. I'm enjoying it, but I got distracted on TikTok. I would have gotten more done, but I opened TikTok.
Yeah, distractions. It happens to all of us. Now, Margaret, we've all been waiting.
I liked what I read yesterday really well. I have not read more today because I was doing things that required my brain that sprint. So finalizing some details for stuff that I need to actually get out to people. Who knew when you work with other people, you have to actually get them the information they need to do the things you ask. What a novel concept.
Right. Who would have thought?
But yeah, that was mostly a writing sprint for
writing. Okay.
Yeah.
For the readathon, or was it for other stuff?
It was for the readathon. I'm finalizing some prompt details.
I'm very excited for it. Vanessa, how did you do?
So I think I told you before we started the sprints that I had finished Earthlings. So I had to sit and process my thoughts because it was a lot, and really took a step back from it, like I said, because it was a lot. But I did jump into the North Wind right after and got 7% in, and I'm really enjoying it so far.
Nice.
Ooh, very nice. I love that all of us have kind of the black accented backgrounds of our books. Our books are all kind of dark looking. Mine has the most pop of color. How do I point there? Yeah, I love it. Just one chapter left of my book, thinking of what to pick up next. Oh, sounds good. Rally, also, you are more than welcome to just keep reading that final chapter while we're chatting. Had a busy day. So glad to finally be finishing The Spell Shop tonight. Ooh. Yeah, I read this one last weekend, and I enjoyed it. I didn't like it as much as I think everyone else has recently, but I hope that you're enjoying it, Laura. Hello, Servasha. Good to see you on the way home from work. I've been listening to a historical called All We Were Promised. Awesome. Okay. Servasha, I think you read a lot of historical fiction, which means that people should ask you for recommendations if they're into that. Una made lunch this sprint, picked up an audiobook, had gotten 60% into a couple weeks ago. Ooh, so returning to one that you might have had to put down. I hope that it was good to get back into it. Ooh, how was Mistress of Lies?
I'm enjoying it. It's very atmospheric, and I'm really enjoying it. It's probably gonna be a 4, I'm thinking, but I'm really enjoying it so far.
Okay. Have you read by this author before? Is this part of the series?
This is the debut. This is actually, if you remember any of the drama last year about the books that were targeted by that one author. So
Yes.
me and my friend Jen, genderqueer, we're doing what we call the debut-a-thon. So we're reading each of the books that were picked and doing lives, and so now we're on to Mistress of Lies.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. I love that. That's awesome. In the middle of some admin things, just going to lurk during this chatty bit. Have you on the background? Oh, thanks, Danny. Working on collecting readathons for October. Yes, for the spreadsheet, for the master list, and working on bookmarks. Ooh,
Nice.
that's very fun. Also, Megan's here. Hello. Just got home from work, listening to Little Thieves. You've got at least 2 people here on screen who've loved that book. So
I love Little Thieves. It's so good.
Vanessa, are you with us? Have you read Little
I
Thieves?
have not read it yet.
Oh, no! All right, let's get her out of here. Oh no, but I've lost.
Now I'm reading a Tower of Blood.
You should be able to switch them. Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Sorry.
Cosplay,
Maybe I should
okay.
go look and see if I can get it from the library right now.
Listen, if you want demisexual chaos, or you're a fan of Batman and Catwoman as a couple, this is the book for you.
I've been saying that forever. That is Batman Catwoman dynamic, and that's one of my favorite dynamics. And
when I finally picked it up after Rachel harassing me about it, I was like, why didn't you tell me this was freaking Batcat?
Yeah. Chef's kiss.
Oh, so good. Yes.
So good.
And Vanessa, apologies, but had to do it. If it'll make you read that book faster, then you're welcome in it.
Well, it is completely available from the library, like Libby, Hoopla, the book, the ebook, everything. So
yes, and
third one
especially if
comes
you
out
read
next
book
year
1.
too.
Yeah, and book 3 is coming out. It's scheduled for 2025.
You're killing
Crossing
me.
our fingers.
I'm over here trying to finish series, and you're gonna have me start a series.
It still says April 1st, the last I checked. My suggestion would be read the first book, take your time reading the second book, and then read the third book when it comes out. Actually, no, let's suffer with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, honestly, you're talking to people who are stans here, and those in the comments, maybe go read Little Thieves. Sadia had lunch, watched some booktube, read about 30 pages, Silver Under Nightfall. We'll be editing a video for the next sprint. Ooh, yes, juggling different things. The North Wind looks interesting, adding to the TBR. I know, honestly, I mean, the cover is gorgeous too, and it did sound really good when you were telling us about the synopsis. Going to work on some graphics, a doc format. Also, because we've got another readathon happening in October. We've got, hold on, we've got 2. So not only myself and Margaret, I should have thought Paco here is going to have an announcement, I think on the 20th, right?
Yeah, it's scheduled. So it's already done. The video's filmed and everything.
Nice.
Wait, is there more? So wait, hold on. So Paco's got Spooktacular bingo. Jess has Scarathon, which is also bingo. Vanessa?
Yes, I have another round of Smutella.
Another round of Smutella. So, oh my gosh, everyone is active, aren't we? Oh, goodness gracious. Paco, you should have virtually smacked me for not mentioning Spooktacular. Oh my gosh. But also, I'm glad I was able to mention it for Jess too. Okay, now I feel better. Read about 15 pages of The Coven, liking it, but having to read physically is taking me forever, especially when you've been used to audio for a while. I've been leaning on audio. And so now when I'm physically reading, I'm like, can I read? Do I know how? I feel like I have to remind myself.
I've been in a physical book slump, so I'm just sticking to my audios at this point because I can't read more than 10 pages at a moment.
No, that's smart. This is why we love switching up format. Format is amazing. 43% in group housing. Awesome, Maggie. Have very much been in my historical era. Yes, you have, but I support it. Listen to some of Bait and Witch, a cozy mystery. I know exactly what book you're talking about. I haven't read it, but it does look very fun. Making lunch. Otherwise, got some work done. Awesome, Amy. Perfect for the spooky season. Also, Elena's here. Hi, Elena. Joined a bit late today. No, that's totally fine. Watched Battle of the Booktubers, round 3. Some reading journals. Awesome. Did those videos too. Hoping to plan all of the spreads I want to have. That's great. And this is when we kicked out Vanessa. I'll be reading Little Thieves with you, Vanessa. Ooh, buddy.
Please message me.
This was our plan. Batcat must read this. Smutella, yes. Excited for Thursday, where I finally can get some home straight from work for the first time in a week. Oh my gosh, Louise. Yeah, good. I'm glad that will provide maybe more of a work-life balance for you. Oh my God, so many people on screen. I know, I have a party. Oh my gosh, this never happens. Just got home from my nutritionist appointment. Awesome. Vanessa! I was like, who is this? An imposter. Yes, this was all part of our plan.
I hope you love it.
Seriously, especially Little Thieves is so good. It's honestly, it's awesome. Just wanted to drop in, say hi.
It's YA fantasy.
Yeah.
I think you, Vanessa, might especially like book 2 because there's a lot of conversations around consent and what to do when your partner has trauma specifically surrounding sexual things. So like I feel like that might be very intriguing to you, and I would love to see like what your thoughts are on how she handles that.
Book 1 is a Goose Girl retelling.
Yes.
You can barely tell, but yes, it is.
I don't even know what Goose Girl is.
Oh.
It's one of the Grimm's fairy tales, isn't it? It's one of the original. I think it's the Grimm's Brothers.
God, I don't remember the original one. I've read Shannon Hale's version.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? That's become kind of a popular like retelling because T. Kingfisher.
Yeah, the first one is the Goose Girl retelling.
It's had a resurgence. The basic premise of the Goose Girl, at least, is that a servant takes her mistress's identity for reasons that I don't remember in the original one. I feel like I want to say it's to protect the mistress. Margaret Owen does a little twist on that.
Yeah,
so it's
in the original, it's like the princess is our main character in the original, but the maid is the main character in the Goose Girl in this retelling.
I feel like I need to read more.
Yes, Vanya, love her, and there's like some great side characters like
Giselle and Ragna.
Yes.
And oh my God, what is her friend's name? The musician.
Oh, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
the one that comes in and yells at her in the most hilarious way possible.
Yes, what? I can't remember.
I want to say it starts with J, but I don't remember.
Yeah, we'll be sure to probably look
you guys
it up.
get to figure that one out when you read it.
Exactly. We're just like putting the breadcrumbs. You all just go enjoy it. Weirdly, the opposite, have been relying on audio just for walking cooking, but I read really quickly, so I'm much slower getting through an audiobook than a physical. Yeah, honestly, like that makes sense too, depending on, I know some people like auditorily can't process as fast, so they can't listen to say like at 2 times speed, so it's completely different. Totally forgot that the vlogs were coming up today. Yes, we're so excited. Fist bump. Success. It's enjoyable, but it only helps with high concept fantasy that has lots of characters. Totally get the physical book slump. It's one of the reasons I'm having a hard time finishing ACOTAR. Yeah, because you've taken your time with it. Understandable. It's also, that's a chunkier book, you know. Sings It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. Yes. Also, if anyone is looking for another chill readathon, that's right. Moore has the Haunted Library readathon based off of Moore's original, which I think was out in back in April.
Yeah.
Glad I could get the ball rolling for you. Yes. Christina, we love her. It's more a question of maybe being involved in too many scouting activities. Yeah. Honestly, learning to say no for the benefit of everyone, I think, is an important lesson too, because you're respecting their time and your own by saying no, because you realize you can't like put all of yourself into it. That's something I think I'm still learning to do. Vanessa just sitting there going, I have zero idea. Which I know we're just like naming characters, and she's like, I don't want to say anything and get kicked out again, so I'm just gonna be quiet.
Have you ever read The Bear and the Nightingale, Vanessa?
No.
Oh no!
Okay,
I haven't
either. That's fine. It's okay. I liked it, but it's set in that kind of Polish like the Slavic fantasy world.
Mm-hmm.
So you have all kinds of fun little magical creatures and stuff like that. So it's a fun, very rich world that has a fun little snarky romance in it. That's not the main thing, but that's the important thing for me.
I'm realizing now that I do like fantasy, but I am very much in the romance world.
Yeah.
So
that's totally valid. And it does have a fantastic little romance in it that I absolutely adore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on that note, it is time for us to have another sprint. If any more comments kind of come in just as we're leaving, we'll address them when we get back. But yeah, let's continue being productive. This has been so fun. Okay, see you guys in another sprint. Hello, welcome back. We have a few people who joined, so let me get them out of the way, give them a good welcome. Also, just before we left, Christina provided the link to Jess's Scarathon announcement, so thanks for that. Also, Krista's here. Hello, Krista.
Oh.
Hoping to finish up Amari and the Great Game. That's the second book in the Amari and the Night Brothers series, and I need to get to it because I read book 1 a couple months ago, and now I need to continue. But you're also editing, which is awesome. Atia's here too. Hello. Continuing your read of Babel. Ooh, yeah, you would be continuing because it's a long book. I'm sure you've been saying that for a while. Yeah, it is. Hello, Shayna. So excited to be off early, enough to catch some of these sprints. Sounds great. Welcome. Very fun. We also lost Louise because Louise had to go to bed. Totally fine because Louise is in Europe. And let me see what else. Oh, Rope Crewman joined. Hello. Yes, so we'll have one more sprint on this channel ending in about an hour and a half, but then we go over to Rainey's to continue Mystic Readathon sprints, and she'll go for about 4-5 hours. So yeah, it's going to be a good time. Well, now that we've gotten the hellos out of the way, how did we all do? I ended up reading more. I never remember to look at where I was, but I have 4 chapters left, and then I'm done. So, making my goal. Yes. Golf claps. Is that what it's called? I feel like that's what booktube claps. We need to claim that.
I'm doing like the choir clap thing, so I'm not making a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. Yes! Oh, with the fan. I love it. But Paco, how did you do?
I'm doing good. If I actually listen the whole sprint, I'll have like 55 minutes left after the next one. If I actually listen. Because this sprint, I went downstairs and gave the dogs attention. Because my mom's dog is like by himself, and so I had to let me make sure he's not alone.
Mm-hmm. We call that productivity. You were doing a cozy sprint. You were still being productive. So, yep, that sounds good to me. Also, Margaret. Oh, yeah. What else did you do?
On the Babel. Yes. Read it. So good.
Oh, see, I still haven't read that. And I'm nervous. That one, a lot of people have recommended to me. And I'm just like, I know it looks like a Leandra book.
Yeah. Aoife wants me to read it. And I may have made the mistake of letting her control a TBR of mine or control a blog. So we'll see. It's going to happen because I'm in the middle of it.
It's one of those books I'd say where things aren't meant for everybody and greatness isn't meant for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to enjoy it because I've enjoyed Kwong's other work. I really enjoyed the Poppy War.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be interesting.
I'm intimidated that it might be like too over my head.
Oh, yeah. Well, because there are footnotes. So I've heard that it's kind of good to either immersion read or physically read it. Like the audio can be difficult depending on the type of listener you are. But yeah, with all the footnotes and things. It's kind of, is it dark academia? Is that safe to say? Yeah.
It's like historical dark academia.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My thoughts on that is we are often smarter than we think we are. Sometimes we just need a little bit more time to understand things.
That's right. Yeah, and Vanessa, you're a smarty.
The footnotes aren't that bad. Like, it's not as I feel like what's his name series? J. Kristoff's footnotes are like worse than the one in Babel. Like, they're not like terribly like distracting or in a sense.
And see, I'm a girly who loves a footnote. So should be interesting.
Yeah, and I also think that there's I don't know, sometimes we blame ourselves saying that I can't process this, I'm not smart enough to understand this, it's going to be over my head. But when you're invested, you're willing to like get into the trenches. And so it might be more that it's just not a book for you. So you aren't like, your brain's just not making the leap. So sometimes I tell myself, I'm like, am I saying that this book is too much for me? I'm not, able to process it? Or is it like, if I really wanted to, like if I was like so invested in the characters and this book was clearly for me, I would push through it and like be willing to learn as I go. So like sometimes I think it just like is more so proof that the book isn't for you, not that you aren't smart enough for it.
Yeah, I might take back what I said. I think it's more that I do so much high level thinking for my job that it's like, do I have that energy to do that in my free time?
Yeah, that sounds like one that's like, you've got to be in the right mood to want to tackle that.
Yeah, 100%. But Margaret, how did you do?
She got a little distracted, was not nearly as productive with writing things down as she was last time. But I did get like some things figured out. And then I started talking to people about how weird we are about celebrities. So anyways, there's like so many different conversations going on online about different celebrities and like boundaries and things. So it's been an interesting few days online in Stan Twitter.
Well, I think too, like sometimes like when we're on sprints and we're wanting to be productive every time and get things done, it's like, it's okay if we don't or if we get distracted.
I mean, it's not work. It's not like we're getting paid.
That's exactly what it is. Like, you know what? No one's going to be like, oh, Leandra, you didn't read your book. Well, then I'm going to fire you from BookTube. It's like, you can't fire me.
$2, you're not going to get it.
I quote my friend who says, who's going to beat your ass if you don't? Like, no one's going to show up.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Well, Vanessa, how did you do?
So, Margaret, you'll be happy to hear this, but my library sent me an email saying that my book for Little Thieves is ready to be picked up already. And I got through about 15% of The North Wind, and again, still very much loving it. I don't know what it is about this book, but I'm really here for it. And we also have some nods to the next book, which is coming out. I think they're all already out. They're just getting republished. But if you notice, it's called The North Wind. So the next one is The West Wind. And I'm assuming there's an East and a South Wind.
You'd hope. Hopefully they're planning for a quartet. If not, I'd be like, what? Like,
is there any like allusions to Greek mythology at all in this? Do you know?
I think so. So the guy's name is Boreas or something like that.
Boreas?
Yes. And then his brother is Zephyrus.
Yeah, those are the only two I know. There will definitely be 4 books then, because it's based on the 4 winds in Greek mythology.
Nice. Yeah. Also, Julie joined. Hello, Julie. Yes. Lovely to discover me through Brittany. Brittany's also lovely. And Pam said that felt fast. It did, didn't it? I feel like
faster than the first one.
Definitely. And I mean, I guess it was. It was like 2 seconds faster because I did pause it. But yeah, it did go by really fast. Maybe because it's like we're now leaning into the evening, so it feels like things we're suddenly it's nighttime for some of us, or afternoon for some of us. Got the kiddos, got a snack. Think I'm getting a cold. No. I think this is the season though where we're kind of seeing like the start of a lot of things, stress, moving into the fall. Yeah, we get sick at this time. 46% into group living. Thank you, Vanessa, for providing the sprint spreadsheet. Keep getting interrupted to do unfortunate adulting things like health insurance. And honestly, those are very important and that's productive, but it's not fun productive. Yeah, actually the other day, I think, Vanessa, you were doing all of the like admin stuff and bills. And like, if we went back to those sprints with Brittany, there's a moment where I'm just like, and I remember I'm like, I needed to, re-register my car. So you like reminded me, like, I'm going to go do that in my next sprint.
Sometimes I pick certain people's sprints to do like the things I really don't want to do. And then the people who are on those sprints, like that day, I was like, thank goodness, because you guys are making these daunting tasks so much easier to get through.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We get the breaks because then we get to chat for a little bit and it's like, okay, we're fine. Now we can move on to the next task. Because it has to get done. But Witchy just finished watching the other competitor vlogs. I do have to do that. So when I finish this book, I only have immersion reading it. I only have about 50 minutes in my book as well. So then this evening, probably while I'm making dinner, I will finally get to watch those. And then, yeah, we did gain Courtney back. And are we hydrating? That's a good question. I have my water here.
My water's actually out.
Mine is in the next room, but I will go get some when we.
I had a water
No.
bottle. I don't know what happened to it. We'll find it.
Be like, maybe we are. I've read Babel twice. What? Oh my gosh. Yeah, not over your head, but maybe just not. I think sometimes I'm like, you know what? It just is not a book for me. So sometimes that's what the case is. Always feel too dumb for Stephen Graham Jones. No.
You don't have to be smart for Stephen Graham Jones. You just have to like blood and gore. And being jump scared.
I feel like I'm deeply intimidated by N.K. Jemison's books. I'm like,
oh,
I'll read these, but
that one I buddy read the 5th season, the entire series with Danny from Danny Dabbles, and like we multiple times we were like, thank gosh we're reading this with someone because it was a lot. And we got through it quickly. I think each book we read within like a week. Like we took 3 months, but like we had a buddy read for a week, read the book, and I was like, I would not be reading a single book as quickly as I am. Like it would take me the entire month. I'd have to like take my time with it.
5th season is one of the only
to confirm, Paco. Yeah, it's a lot. Be intimidated.
I have not been able to read as an audiobook. I had to go, we're reading this physically and there is no other option for us.
Yeah, I physically read 5th season. The 2nd book I immersion read. And then the 3rd book I just audioed. Because at that point, I was good. But yeah. Made some serious progress on my writing assignment. Oh, I'm so glad, Amy. It's been great to have you every week. Instead of productivity sprints, call them "You Can't Fire Me." Yes, be like, watch me. Mwahaha.
Who's gonna do
it? And then, you forgot. What did you forget? Oh, thanks, Christina. I appreciate it. This past weekend was my birthday weekend, so thank you, friends.
Did you do anything celebratory-wise, or?
Just just hung out. So I had family come to visit, which was really fun because I live in Pennsylvania. I'm originally from New York. So my dad came down to visit, which was really nice. Had the weekend, got some book packages, including something from the lady down here. So yeah, I felt very loved. So thanks, everyone. Very much appreciated. The rain outside is making me sad. Part of me wants to read and or do something productive, but the weather tells me no, don't do anything. Yeah, you can kind of feel it. Sometimes like the rain makes me productive because I'm like, oh, I'm all cozy. I get to read. Yeah. But sometimes the rain and like storming is outside, but also in here because of that. Like I'm like, no, I can't do anything. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Understandable. Also, JoJo's here. Hello. Good morning to you. I'm sure your day is just getting started as well in the Southern Hemisphere. Love blood and gore. Just don't get him. Oh, I just don't get him. Oh, the Stephen Graham Jones. Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing too. Wait. Oh, it is. Yeah. So not my birthday today. It was my birthday on Sunday. Yes. Thanks for confirming, Vanessa. Yeah, it was my birthday on Sunday, which was really crazy. It was unintentionally the day that we did our announcements, Margaret, and I was like, yes, so I'm hosting it on my birthday.
The fact I didn't even put that together when you're like, yeah, it was on Sunday. I was like, yeah, Sunday's gone. Yeah, I didn't do anything Sunday.
Sunday was weeks ago. Oh, thanks, JoJo. I was wondering what GAD means. Yes. So it's golden age detective fiction. So sometimes we see this GADF, but it's like, for instance, Agatha Christie is golden age detective fiction, Dorothy L. Sayers. So basically, typically we call that like detective fiction mysteries written in the 1920s and 30s, but you'll kind of see it extended into the 50s sometimes. Don't get me started, Amy. I'm a huge fan. It's part of the podcast I work for. She Done It. We focus on golden age detective fiction.
My brain was saying generalized anxiety disorder, and I was like, that is not what Leandra was talking
about. Yeah, clearly that's what my entire Patreon's about. It'd be like a very weird niche to focus on. Too dumb for most books written by Dickens. I guess we probably all have something. I feel like it's like also a person, like writing style too doesn't work for all of us. So there are some authors where I'm just like, I'm just not going to get what the way this author is saying something. Scrolling sprint for you, Danny. Happens to all of us. N.K. Jemisin, and Stephen Graham Jones, no comparison yet. Legends in their own right. Yeah, that's true. They're kind of like a modern day, like, you know, like what's going to be maybe the modern classic in their genres, which is always interesting to kind of speculate and be like, where are they going to stand in like 50 years, 100 years? Yeah, of course. Thanks for asking, Amy. I love to talk about Golden Age detective fiction. So yeah. Oh, I just forgot to say, no worries, Christina. I appreciate it. I think my birthday was the same coda from BookTube Bestie. He said, like, happy birthday to me, to, was it Sadia? Sadia, was it to you too? Sadia, happy belated birthday if you're still here. And to his mom. I was like, oh, well, I got a birthday with some good people. When I taught kids, one of them once said Sunday was so 10 years ago.
That's how it feels, though.
Yeah, honestly, it's like, oh, that was so long ago. And then we had to deal with a Monday, which was the worst. Maybe that's why it feels like that. But yeah, thanks, Glenda. I did have a good birthday. It was great. It was okay. Then happy birthday, Sadia. Hope you had a lovely day too. On that note, Margaret has to leave us.
Yeah, I have to hop off because someone has to run D&D tonight, and I believe that someone is me. And I just remembered that, so no prep has been done.
Well, good luck with that. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye.
Bye. And then there were 3. I was prepared for it. Okay, well, this is going to be our last sprint, friends, but we're going to come back for like a very quick chatty bit, and then we'll transfer you over to Rainy just to confirm where you guys are going. But yeah, so I'm not going to thank our fellow host for being here just yet. I'll do it in the end. But if you want, be sure to subscribe to them. I'll try to update the description, because I didn't do that on who was here today, to make sure that you guys know who to subscribe to. But anyways, okay. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you guys after this last sprint. Happy sprinting. Hello! Welcome back after that last sprint on this channel. Don't worry, we'll be sending you over to Rainy in just under 10 minutes, so this is going to be a very quick check-in sprint. I just wanted to quickly acknowledge our October birthday people, which is very exciting. Yes, October is going to be a great month for many reasons. Also, Rip Cribbin loved the Agatha Christie joke. I'm here for it. If you all want to refresh, you will find the links to Paco, Vanessa, and Margaret below. If you aren't already subscribed to them, you should be at this point. Amal also joined us, saying not really sure what to read, but was probably going to be NetGalley stuff. And then Sarah joined us right at the end. Hello. And then asked the question of Paco, how are you feeling about this book? So how about we start with Paco? What did you think? What's going on?
I didn't read as much this spring because I was doing some editing stuff, and then I took a mini nap. But I'm enjoying it. It's right now resting at a 4 stars. I'm not done with it, but I'm hoping to finish it soon.
Okay. Well, one, naps are nice. So I'm glad that you were able to take a little mini nap. And then 4-star range, that's good. That's how I feel about my book, actually. So I finished the Z Word. Woohoo! Yes. And I'm thinking I'm going to give it a 4-star, like 4.0. It was super fun, very quick. And yeah, I had a good time with it. Vanessa, how did you do?
Well, it sounds like we all have some pretty good books because mine's probably in that 4.5 range at the moment. I went for a walk with my dog and listened to this book, got up to 26%.
Lovely.
And
going for a
we're
walk.
learning a little bit about the other 4 winds or whatever. So that's kind of cool.
Introducing them early so you already kind of know what's happening. Okay, interesting. Awesome. And then, yeah, just kind of let us know, for those of you who don't know, about James Earl Jones. He passed away today, which is quite sad. Yeah, but meanwhile, switching gears to happy thoughts, Laura ended up finishing their book and 5 stars. Swoon, swoon, swoon. Oh, yeah, so this is for Spell Shop. Okay, yeah, I'm glad that you absolutely adored it. You're not alone. I thought it was cute, but the only things I liked were the tree spirits, that I loved. I mean, tree spirits, Meep, and Kaz. I loved them. I wasn't expecting there to be a romance in it, and I think that's where where it lost me a little bit. Gave it 3 stars, but I felt like the romance didn't need to be there. Finished editing my video. Thanks for the sprints. Awesome, Pam. Great to have you. Of course, Christina. Thanks for keeping us company. Typed a few things for my project. Started dinner. Awesome, Alicia. Thanks for the reminder to hydrate. Yes, so maybe during, the 7-ish minutes between this one and the next one, double check your refreshments. Do you have water? No longer parched. Yay, all 3 of us. Look at us. We are hydrated. We are strong. Woohoo. You got to be strong when it comes to the Mid-readathon. We got vampires, werewolves, witches, humans, just doing crazy things. Getting to the darker side of the coven now. Very curious to see if I decide to stick with this one or not. Ooh, okay, interesting.
No.
So I've read this book. There's the Coven, and then the next book is The Cursed. I gave both 4 stars.
Okay. I think that's going to be Fairy Loot's Romantasy pick this month. Or next month. I think next month's Romantasy pick. So I'm excited to see if I eventually read it.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Then we're also expecting some really beautiful additions to make their way around BookTube and the rest of the book internet. So Steph, hope you end up liking it and you continue with it. But that is it for us for now. Thanks everyone for being able to join us. Stay if you need more sprints, because again, we're going to send you right over to Rainy. But yeah, thanks to Margaret, who's off doing D&D, and thank you to Paco and Vanessa for spending time with me today. I appreciate you guys. All right. Well, farewell for now. We'll see you guys over at Rainy Sprints. Bye.